06 with Dixon and Vining. Just part of 13 hours of live local programming every weekday right here on Talk 99.5. Today is the 12th of December of 2025. Less than 2 weeks until Christmas. How about that? Today's 2 weeks away from Boxing Day. And it's 2 weeks and 3 days away from Wrestling Day, I believe.
Are you making all that up?
Maybe. No, you know Boxing Day?
So we're about 3 weeks away from MMA Day.
Are you familiar with Boxing Day at all? You don't know what that is? It's interesting. Boxing Day is a British thing that happens on the 26th of December. Because these wealthy families needed their servants there on Christmas Day, they wouldn't give them Christmas Day off. But they would give them the 26th off, and on Christmas Day, the servants would put together boxed lunches and boxed meals basically for the family. And that was why it was called Boxing Day. These wealthy British families were deigning to eat boxed lunches for that day so that their employees could
they deserve boxed lunches for making them work on Christmas. You know what? They actually deserve no food.
Yeah.
How about that?
I agree.
And making
You'll
them work
get
on
nothing
the 25th.
and you'll like it.
No one should have to work on the 25th.
You stole
no one.
fizzy lifting drinks. You get
nothing.
Good day, sir.
Give me back that everlasting gobstopper. Terrible kid.
You know, George W. Bush used to stay in the White House on Christmas. For the same reason, not because he wanted the staff to work, but because he wanted them to be near their families so that they could go celebrate Christmas with their families. Then, on the day after, he would take off and go to the ranch in Texas and bring the Secret Service guys with him and all that stuff. He was very thoughtful along those lines. I read the entire Dan Bongino book about the Secret Service, and he ran through a litany of presidents and how they got along with their Secret Service agents. Yeah.
The Clintons is an interesting one.
Oh, yeah. That was pretty brutal.
Yeah.
Pretty brutal.
Hillary's particularly, not so much Bill.
Yeah. Hillary was a very problematic
What's wrong
person.
with her?
Interestingly, they got along great with the Obamas.
Yeah.
Even Michelle, which I find interesting because she seems like a pill to me. Alabama Men's Clinic, 598-7000. If you are a guy and you are struggling with low T, that is to say you have no energy, you're waking up in the morning and your first thought is, again? That's probably low T speaking. You probably need to see somebody about it, and I would recommend the Alabama Men's Clinic. They're going to shoot you straight every step of the way, give you the actual number of how, where you stand on the scale of testosterone, because a lot of times your doctor won't do that. They'll just say, oh, you got enough and you're fine. Alabama Men's Clinic will tell you, are you 350? Are you 400? Are you 425? You need to be between 600 and 900. And if you're not, they'll talk to you about ways in which you can get there. And there are a variety of ways. They'll also talk to you about a number of different treatments for your ED if you're struggling with that, your hair loss, your weight loss. It's the Alabama Men's Clinic, right? All things man, which is why you should call them and make an appointment today. 598-7000, their telephone number, 598-7000, or find them online at alabamamensclinic.com. You can make an appointment there in about 30 seconds. Darren says, watched Violent Night this last weekend for the first time. It was a great movie. It really is. And Jay reminds us that December 23rd is Festivus.
Festivus,
for the rest
of us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like it.
Time for the feats of strength.
Mm-hmm.
The airing of the grievances. Well, we pretty much do that every day here, don't we?
Yeah, every minute that we possibly can.
Sydney Sweeney is on the cover of Sports Illustrated this month.
Good move, Sports Illustrated.
Along with some other chick. I don't know who it is. But there's another person there. I wasn't really paying attention to her. Sydney is actually, it's Christy Martin. She was just in a movie about Christy Martin, who is supposed to be a very famous female boxer, right? Mm-hmm. I'd never heard of her until I started hearing about this movie. Sydney Sweeney I've heard of. So, yeah, apparently this movie came out and not a whole lot of people went to see it. And I thought, well, not a lot of people probably watched Christy Martin box either. That has something to do with it. If you're going to do a movie about a famous person, you should maybe pick a really famous person. Mm-hmm. But Sydney got in good shape for it. Not that she was in bad shape to begin with. And now she's on the Sports Illustrated cover with the actual Christy Martin, who nobody is looking at because Sydney Sweeney is right there.
Front and center, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I got a little drool here. KISS co-founder Gene Simmons testified in front of Congress the other day.
Regarding?
What in the world could he have been talking about? he was talking about the music industry and how the industry treats artists worse than slaves. You hear about that with the NFL, right? You'd like, really? Worse than slaves? Worse than slaves? Well, the reality is there's a great line uttered by Kate McKinnon in the movie Yesterday, which is a much better movie than I think people gave it credit for. She approaches this guy and says, I'm with the music industry. We would like to record you and release your albums, and you'll make a ton of money, and we keep most of it. It was like exactly right.
I vaguely remember that line. Yeah.
Yeah. And we keep most of it. The reality is the recording company that actually does the recording and presses the albums or the CDs or releases the stuff digitally gets the lion's share of
the money.
Mm-hmm. Fortunately, now, in this day and age, we are coming across a time where groups are able to release things via YouTube. They're able to release things via other video methods, other social media, and they're able to monetize themselves that way. But they don't end up on the charts, you know. I don't remember who played Lizzie McGuire. Does anybody care? Does it matter to anybody? It was some teen girl. My daughter was a big fan of hers.
Picture her, but I can't come up with her name.
Interestingly, she recorded an album, and it was for sale in all the places that weren't record stores. It was for sale in Toys R Us. I went in there, Christmas shopping one year, and I'm like, oh, there's Lizzie McGuire's record. Like, what the hell? It's on CD.
That's their market, those kids that are going in there.
Hilary Duff.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then I ran across it, like, at Sears, just on a rack. So not in the music department, just on a rack. So the thing never charted, but she has to have sold millions of copies of this thing because it was in all the places where you would go shop for kids. So it doesn't, count. It doesn't count with the record store and the receipts and all of that stuff. It doesn't come across. This is the way that we're going to change the music industry. People are going to start recording their own stuff. They're going to start producing their own stuff. They're going to start releasing their own stuff, and they're going to bypass the music industry. And pretty soon, those guys are going to be begging for folks to come back, and they're going to start having to pay. Mm-hmm. Because right now, if a musical act makes $1 off of selling an album, $1, while the album cost $15 or $16 or $18,
and the record company's getting all that,
get the rest of it.
And that it's always been that way.
Yeah.
And I understand with him, testifying and talking about the music industry. That is his experience, but certainly it's already changed.
Yeah.
It's changed quite a bit over the last decade, I would say.
And if you look at how Billboard does things, it used to be a combination of radio airplay and sales, and now they're going on and they're looking at how many plays it gets on certain streaming services and stuff like that, like Spotify. So that's changing as well.
No question about it. Everything about the industry is changing. Our industry, too. That's just the way it is, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. Change is inevitable, so you may as well embrace it, I say. But, it's amazing to me that for all of these years, the people who, they say, well, how are you going to get your record out without us? Suddenly
there's a million different ways now.
Watch me.
Yeah, they're gonna have not a leg to stand on before long here. This is one of the funniest stories of this year, in my opinion. Seattle decided that they were going to have they're going to have a soccer game there, and they said, we're going to call it the Pride Match, and it's going to be all about LGBTQI++ whatever. Okay?
Sure.
The Pride Match. This is before they had drawn to see which two teams they were going to get.
This is going to turn out well. You can see it coming.
A mile away.
The Pride Match in Seattle will feature Egypt versus Iran.
That's going to work out well. I can see that. That's going to go fantastically.
One of talk about oil and water.
Yeah. This is
that doesn't work.
Two places where homosexuality is against the law.
They will kill
they
you.
Will
execute you for that.
For being gay. Hey, Seattle, you want to rethink that?
You probably should have waited till the teams were announced.
Had at least some idea of what was going on. Last but not least, if you missed the original, actual 1977 release of Star Wars before they started calling it Episode 4, A New Hope,
And certainly before they did the special edition, which added all the other stuff into it.
Yes, they started throwing extra things in. They threw Jabba the Hutt in. They threw in, extra scenes and whatnot. If you would like to see the way it originally aired, it has now been remastered, restored, and will be returning to theaters on February 19th of 2027, celebrating the 50th anniversary of Star
Wow,
Wars.
pretty cool.
I'm going to go watch it again because
Yeah.
I remember it as a kid
yeah.
watching it with my mom, my dad, my grandparents came down. The whole family went out that night, and I just fell in love with the movie at that particular. I was 9. I want to go back and watch the original one.
I'm with you. In
That's
fact,
pretty neat.
let's all go together. It'll
Let's
be
go.
fun.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Assuming, of course, that we're all still employed here, and friends.
We're just talking about next year or the next year,
That's
the
2
following
years.
year,
It's
2
2
years.
Little
from
over a
now.
year.
2 years
Oh,
from
maybe
now.
I was thinking it was
Yeah.
this coming February.
No, you're right. We
And
could easily.
let's recheck, kind of like
That's
the
right.
group in Seattle.
yeah.
Before we, make those plans. Let's just wait. Let's talk this time next
Yeah,
year.
that's a good plan. 917 Dixon and Vining. Stick around.
9:22. Cat Stevens bringing us back at Talk 99.5, talk995.com.
Excuse me, that's Yusuf Islam.
Oh, that's right.
Not that
His
he
name
wasn't.
changed. No, did he change back?
I'm saying not when he did that song he was.
Oh,
No.
Right.
Mama called him
That's
Cassius
so-
Clay. I'm going to call him Cassius.
Cassius?
Call him Cassius Clay.
Okay. All right. To each his own. Glad you're with us on this beautiful, beautiful Friday. We're going to have nice weather, sunny skies, 61, no chance of rain today. Tomorrow looks fabulous, too. And then bundle up on Sunday because it's going to be miserable. Literally, like 32 degrees, y'all, on Sunday is the high. So get anything done you need to get done today, tomorrow would be good. And then look out for Sunday because it's going to be ice cold. And the other thing is, too, this has been circulating around, Richard, that there might be something to the north part of our state, some white stuff. That's not happening.
Don't believe
They
it.
said, no, that's not happening.
Fake news.
The moisture's
Completely
too
fake
far
news.
north of
Everybody's
that.
talking about
Yeah,
it. It's not true.
It's just cold.
CNN, liars, all liars, complete lies.
Hey, listen, here's something you can do. You can listen to a great show over the weekend on our airwaves here. Stream it as well from 2 to 3 o'clock. It's Danny Knowles and the Knowles Group. These guys were with us for our Christmas party. Always love getting together with them, and they're so knowledgeable about financial plans, and that's what they do for our listeners. They love putting these plans together so that, there's no worry, there's no stress, there's no wondering, okay, I think this is what I need to do, and this is my plan so that when I get ready to retire, I'll have plenty of money. It's really, really difficult to put that plan together. And these guys are the experts in this field. They got a great show, 2 to 3, Saturday, Sunday. Check it out. And then get in touch with the Knowles Group, N-O-L-E-S, theknowlesgroup.com, and let them go to work for you. And they'll ask you some questions, get to know you a little bit, find out what's important to you, and help you to grow your money to a size that is exactly what you need for when you retire. So make it all happen. The Knowles Group can help you. TheKnowlesGroup.com. That's N-O-L-E-S, TheKnowlesGroup.com.
It's Steve's turn.
So this year, as you probably have heard or heard sometime back, it's been 80 years since World War II came to an end, and while the number of those who fought in that war continues to dwindle at a rapid pace, I mean, think about this. Estimates state that about 16.4 million Americans served during that 4-year period of time of 41 to 45. Only about 66,000 remain with us at this time. Last surviving member of the attack on Pearl Harbor, 84 years ago last Sunday, only passed just in April of 2024. From there, things went bad, though, from December 7, 1941. Things went bad for the U.S. for about 6 months or so, and that brings me to who I'm talking about this time in this segment. It's a soldier by the name of Captain Willibald Bianchi of the U.S. Army. He was in the Philippines not long after Pearl Harbor was attacked. He was tasked as a battalion commander to defend the Bataan Peninsula. To that end, Bianchi volunteered to clear machine gun nests from the Japanese armed forces. He was wounded in the process, did not take any medical help, instead kept fighting, led the effort to clear those machine gun nests. For that, he was awarded the Medal of Honor, highest honor that any soldier can get for valor in combat. He did get patched up. He went back into action, but unfortunately got captured by the Japanese. He was held as a prisoner of war on the Philippines until 1944, and that's when the U.S. began to take it back. So the Japanese moved not only Bianchi, but many other POWs on a transport ship named the Oryoku Maru, which was actually sunk by American pilots who they didn't have any way of knowing that American POWs were on board. Somehow, Bianchi survived that attack, got transferred to another Japanese ship, took him to what is modern-day Taiwan. Well, turns out that ship was also attacked and sunk. American pilots again, but Bianchi didn't survive this time. He was 29 at the time of his death, according to the U.S. Department of Defense's POW-MIA accounting agency. It's also known as the DPAA. This organization's job is to look into cases like Bianchi's, try to find the remains, and properly identify them so that they can get a proper burial. Their research led to the discovery that the remains of many who had been on that second ship were actually found on a beach in Taiwan in 1946. But at that point in time, technology didn't allow them to be able to make positive identifications. His and his remains of others on that beach were all brought to Hawaii and interred at the National Cemetery of the Pacific just outside of Honolulu, Hawaii, a place they call the Punch Bowl there, and they were all interred in unknown graves. The DPAA began to disinter remains of those unknown soldiers in 2022, starting the process of using modern techniques to try to positively identify those men and women in some cases. Bianchi was positively identified 2 days ago, Wednesday. He will now be moved to a family plot in Minnesota and given a proper military burial in May. This is just one great story. There's a whole lot of work in store for the DPAA, but it's stories like that that make their work all the much more worth it.
Wow. We don't really have anybody in this generation nowadays that would be able to do something like that. I mean, clear machine gun nests on Bataan, get injured and still keep going, you know?
That's about as tough gets, you know?
Yeah,
it really is.
It's no wonder they were called the greatest generation,
Yeah.
because they really stepped up when their country needed them. Of course, there was no real moral ambiguity in World War II. We all knew who the bad guys were. We knew why they were bad guys, you know? Lately, it's been a little bit more difficult to figure out which side you should be on and which side is the, are we really doing this because it's a good idea, or are we doing it for the oil? That's the question a lot of people are asking. But I will say, we still have a badass Marine Corps, you know? We still got, obviously, soldiers and sailors, and our armed forces now under Pete Hegseth are stronger and better than they've been in many, many years.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's going to be, by the way, here
Huntsville
in
today.
the state. Yeah.
Yeah, today's
about,
here.
2:20, something like that. They're unveiling the signage for Space Command.
Love
which
it.
is going to be
Nice.
up there.
Welcome to the
Redstone
state.
Arsenal. Yeah.
Secretary Hegseth.
If you're here already, we appreciate you very much, and look forward to another 3+ years of you leading our military and doing it right. Man, oh man, they've moved on now, by the way, in Congress. Now they're calling for Kristi Noem's resignation.
Yeah, first they were picking on Pete, going, "Oh, the 2 shooters of that boat, you shouldn't have shot it twice." Now it's Kristi. Yeah, they'll be on that for a little bit.
Minute or two, and then they'll
Yeah.
find somebody else to. They're just looking for a head. They're looking for a trophy head of somebody in the Trump administration. And make no mistake, it doesn't matter. Once they get one, if they ever get one, they'll just then move on to another one and try again. So don't give in. Keep the good fight. Never. What was the line from Galaxy Quest? Never surrender. Never give up. Never surrender. Something like that. Yeah.
Fight, fight, fight.
Exactly. That's exactly right. 9:30, Dixon Divining, Talk 99.5, talk995.com. Turned 60 years old this week.
Can you play this on the piano, Richard?
I can indeed.
Yeah, oh, I'd love to hear that.
This is Vince Guaraldi, of course, and that song is entitled Linus and Lucy. It had sort of became the standard bearer for all Peanuts cartoons. But
You hear it
sort
and
of,
you instantly think of that.
no question. How could you not? The Vince Guaraldi Christmas album, the Charlie Brown Christmas, one of the greatest selling Christmas albums of all time, and a Grammy winner. Pretty impressive. 9:36, Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, talk995.com. I talked to somebody the other day who said, man, I called ProLift, and you are so right. That emergency service is exactly what we need. That thing, they show up, they got the stuff on the truck, they got it fixed in no time. He didn't tell me what the problem was with the door. But, yeah, he said, I was amazed. I was back in business in half an hour. I was like, awesome, good for you, that's great. I don't know how other garage door companies are doing it because I really haven't had to deal with a lot of them in the past. But I can tell you that I love what ProLift Garage Doors is doing. I love the fact that you can buy a new door from them if you need to. If yours is so dented and dinged up and beaten up and it's just been through the ringer, maybe you got some rotten wood there, maybe you got some broken glass, maybe time to make that change. That's what ProLift is all about. ProLift Garage Doors, 286-9727. Online at proliftdoors.com, proliftdoors.com. When your garage door lets you down, have an uplifting experience with ProLift. Happy Friday. Yes, Richard, never give up, never surrender is the line, Galaxy Quest. They're miners, not miners. Classic. Moving in noble tribute to on Steve's turn. Thank you for telling the story of a fallen hero, says McGee.
My pleasure.
Yeah, good stuff. You could use some more of that, man.
Yep.
We can always use some more of that in America. I got some interesting news here in that people with Cracker Barrel diners,
Yeah, not happy.
they're just a bunch of whiners, aren't they? Aren't
No,
they just,
they're not
just
whiners.
They're just a bunch of whiners.
They're just
These Cracker Barrel people. We don't like the new
red-blooded
logo.
Americans.
We don't like the new logo. We don't like what you're feeding us now. We don't like the food anymore. We don't like the decor. We don't like you. We don't like anything. We're just going to sit here and be grumpy.
I don't think that's what this is. I'm taking up for the customers of Cracker Barrel. You guys. I'm speaking to you guys.
They're saying flat out, I can tell they've changed some of the recipes.
Uh-huh.
It's not as good as it used to
The
be.
food quality, they're saying, has slipped a little bit. Let's go, Cracker Barrel.
Sort of like
Take
you're
it
saying,
back.
like you're saying about Carrabba's.
Yeah,
Huh?
well, they
Yeah.
slipped a little bit.
Okay.
They were
Well,
good.
look, remember when they did the whole changeover thing, we found out that Cracker Barrel's percentage of profit is 1% when it comes to meals. Average restaurant is anywhere between 3 and 7. And they were doing 1%. Something was going horribly wrong here. So they either had to jack the prices up to the point where people weren't going to go there anymore because it's like, Cracker Barrel too expensive. Or they had to figure out a way to reduce the price, reduce the cost of the meals that they were serving. So they started cheaping out.
Listen, what they
Cutting
need to
corners.
do,
Problem.
they need to get into the store and jack up the price of the candy and some of the goodies
There you go.
in the store
Stick it
as
to
you're
them.
waiting
Yeah.
because they know you're going to end up buying something in there.
Stick it to those people. That make that penny candy 10
Well,
pennies.
you know, again, we understand where prices are with food right now. If they need to increase the price just a little bit, increase it a little bit. But don't change. Once you start changing the food quality, you're going to lose
Oh, yeah.
customers.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's more about that than actually the price. I think Cracker Barrel customers understand they're going to get a lot of food and it's reasonably priced. And I don't think they're unreasonable to, say to themselves, I understand you're running a restaurant and a food business here. If you need to bring the price up just a little bit to get a little more profit, I think they're okay with that. But don't start slipping and serving stuff that's less than what it was, because they're not stupid. They're coming there because it's good. And when you change that, now the food's colder, the biscuits are smaller, and they're, whatever the quality is, it's not there. They're going to be like, forget this.
One of the customers, 73-year-old Craig Watkins of Northern California, told the Wall Street Journal he was watching the chain's quality fade and wants old staples and original maple syrup restored. I want pure maple syrup on my pancakes, not that watered-down junk. He added that when he does go there, he brings his own syrup.
Brings his own syrup.
Smart man. He knows what he wants.
I
and
bring my own ketchup. I've got a little condiment bandolier that I show up with. It's got everything in it. It's got the mayo.
Could you imagine?
I got a pitcher of gravy in both pockets.
Don't you give Craig Watkins of Northern California any ideas, because he's going to come up with that and march right on in there with it. I can't say I blame him.
The condiment bandolier.
Just what everybody wants on their Christmas list.
Well, Cracker Barrel, get your act together. We're tired of hearing about you, man.
Craig is whining the loudest about it.
I managed to go through a lot of years of my life without giving two thoughts to Cracker Barrel, and in 2025, it's like it's almost all we talk about.
I'm telling you, it's big. A lot of people love them some Cracker Barrel.
Apparently so.
I like Cracker Barrel. I will admit it. I like it. I love their food.
I can't.
There's a like there. I'm not sure I'd go so far as to say I love it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good breakfast places, but they're serving this all day long. If I want some pancakes at 3 p.m, I know I can go to Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So, I mean, it's pretty good.
What was
People
the
love it.
Stephen Wright joke? Breakfast served any time. I'd like French toast during the Revolution. I don't know. I can't think of a single meal that I had at Waffle House that I would say was outstanding. But again,
You know what you're getting.
always solid,
Yeah.
always good.
Yes.
Never had anything there that was like, I'm sending this back. This has to go back.
Oh, you better not send it back.
No.
Well,
You might
but
as well just leave
It
then.
goes back to what we've talked about this before. And where I live, there are any number of breakfast places that I would get to long before I would get to a Cracker Barrel. And that's where I'll probably end up stopping, truth be told, just because it's not one of the things that's on top of my mind. It's, the whole group has to go, hey, why don't we stop at Cracker Barrel? Oh, okay. Yeah, we can do that.
Well, maybe that's why they're not making the kind of money they're supposed to. Good thing we're talking about them now, even if it's negative. We're pronouncing their name correctly. So that's what really matters.
Yeah, that's true.
How about new goldfish flavors?
Do we need them?
Not really.
Everybody loves a goldfish.
Goldfish seasoned pretzels. First ever pretzel offering. They did that in 2025, I guess. Now they're bringing 2 new flavors out. What are those? Honey mustard and hot buffalo.
To me, a goldfish is a goldfish.
Mm-hmm.
They should leave the goldfish alone. Don't come up with a whole bunch of different flavors.
You got to grow or die, Valerie.
No,
you got to grow or die.
I think a
gotta
goldfish and
change.
it's one
They're
flavor.
expanding. They're changing things up. They're
No,
going goldfish
I-
pretzels.
you're not goldfish anymore. You're something. You're a honey mustard goldfish something. I don't. Doesn't work.
There's tons of them on the
No.
shelf. Have you not seen the dozens
I
of different
just
flavors
like
that are
the
available?
original.
Okay.
Say-
Well, so you're going to keep other people from having goldfish because you don't
It's a
care
bad
for them.
idea because
Is that what
everybody
you're
else
doing?
is doing it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a goldfish.
Okay.
You're changing the flavor of what a goldfish is.
Did you ask why everybody else is doing it?
Mm-hmm.
It's a bad idea. It's goldfish. It's different.
Hey, if everybody else is
telling
doing
you
it,
it's
is
different.
it really a bad idea?
It's different.
Because
Honey
everybody else is
mustard.
doing it and they're making money at it.
The thing that's different about this is that when they say hot buffalo, they're not referring to like hot buffalo wing sauce. It actually tastes like a hot buffalo.
Yummy.
What about a hot fish?
A hot, sweaty buffalo. Yum.
Honey fish.
Give me 2 of those.
Honey pretzeled fish.
Mm-mm-mm. Girl Scouts rolling out a new flavor. There's something horribly wrong with the fact that they sell those things, in late January and they deliver them in February?
Yeah, something like that.
You're kind of like, really? I'm trying to take off the Christmas weight. What are you doing here?
They really should change that.
This is not
They should do
cool.
that right around spring or early, but just before the summer. By then, everybody's forgotten about their diet because that lasts till end of February,
The
maybe
Girl Scout
early
cookies
March.
come out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm just telling you, they should do it a different time of the year. I think they'd sell more. Here we go. The marketing
Explore more.
genius is
There you
here.
go. You're right back at it again. You get them with the goldfish people and straighten
right.
everything out. Explore More's is a Rocky Road ice cream inspired sandwich cookie joining the lineup this season.
Explore More's.
I'll try one.
I think that sounds kind of good.
Give it a try.
Interesting.
Rocky Road inspired cookie. And a KFC menu item that fans petitioned for. Well, you must really love a fast food item if you signed a petition to get it back. Like somebody actually wrote up a petition that's we, the people, demand that under duress you bring back the potato wedges to KFC.
They are good.
They were my second favorite potato. The potato conversation we had yesterday.
Yeah.
My second favorite potato after the Arby's potato
Arby's
cake.
and then these.
Yeah. These things are outstanding.
It's the seasoning, I think, on them, isn't it?
Crazy good, man. But also, they have that kind of slightly crisp outside and the fluffy baked potato taste inside. Man, there's
Can I
just
dip
nothing
that in
quite like-
ranch? I think
Oh,
that'd be perfect
you
in
could-
I bet you could get some.
ranch sauce.
You could dip that in anything. Ranch would be good. Sour cream would be good. Hot buffalo sauce that tastes like a hot buffalo.
Yeah. Are we getting actual hot buffalo
Honey
sauce? Or are
mustard?
we getting the hot buffalo?
Yeah, honey
Easy.
mustard would be good too.
Honey mustard would be great.
What about
Or
cheese
ketchup.
sauce?
Or
Yeah,
oh,
come on.
Dip
come-
it in cheese
queso. Queso
Now
dip.
you're talking. There you
Dip
go.
these potato wedges
Yes.
in queso.
For those people that are wondering, we wake up at 3:30 in the morning. Sometimes if we're going to eat, we do it by 4:30, maybe 4:45. And so by 9:45, we're starving.
Yes, some of us haven't eaten anything.
And then we sit and talk about food for a half an hour, and it's no wonder that we're like, here's
get
a
all
good
excited.
idea. What if we took an old shoe and put mayonnaise on it? Oh, that sounds good. I'm starving.
Speaking of mayonnaise, I saw somebody the other day that took a raw egg. You know, they were going to whip it up and cook it, and they added mayonnaise to it before they cooked it to fluff it, so it would be fluffed up. I was like, mayonnaise in a raw egg?
I've heard
and
of
then
this.
you whip it up and you cook it?
It's a little Inception-y given the fact that there's eggs in mayonnaise.
That's what I was kind of thinking.
was like, this is kind of weird.
It's weird. You're putting eggs inside of eggs.
Yeah,
and that somehow
but it
makes it
worked.
fluffier.
It made it fluffy.
Okay.
I think I might try that
Good
this
for
weekend.
them. I think it was the hydrogenated vegetable oil that was making it fluffy,
Maybe
but
so.
whatever. If you guys can make that work, good for you. Good for you. You enjoy. It is Dixon Divining at 9:47. We've got the Dixon Divining question of the day coming your way next. Willie and the Po' Boys, 9:52, Dixie Divining Talk 99.5, Talk 99.5.com. Friday, about Andrew McLean time. He'll be strolling in here before long, and then he'll hand things off to Leland Live, who will hand things off to Breaking Bread, and then it will be the weekend. We'll party and reconnoiter back here on Monday. Okay?
That's good. I got George sending this in. Put a tablespoon of mayo in with an egg. A tablespoon sounds like a lot with one egg. That's a lot of mayonnaise. And whisk it well. Add a little salt and pepper. Microwave. Yeah, I do microwave, but I've never added the mayo to it. I guess you could. I don't know. Maybe that would fluff it up. We'll see. I don't know. We'll try. Again, the weekend is upon us. He said, add a little garnish and enjoy. Thanks, George. Yeah, I'm not far off from doing that as we speak.
Alrighty then.
Hey, Craig and Keith at Birmingham Broker right now over downtown Birmingham, 2224 4th Avenue South, are so good at selling used vehicles. And that's really what they do day in and day out. And, I was just thinking when we talk about Christmas just less than 2 weeks away, some of you are thinking, money's a little bit tight, and I got this extra vehicle that's maybe been sitting in the garage. I don't know if it's a classic car, maybe there was a death in the family's grandma's car or something like that, and you just haven't gotten around to selling the car because you don't want to hassle with it. Well, you don't have to hassle with it if you take it to Birmingham Broker, and that's really what it's all about. Get these guys to talk with you for just a few minutes about what they think the value is of the car. You do go ahead and do your own research, and then you sit down with Craig and Keith. You come to that number, and you may be pleasantly surprised that you might get more out of that truck or car, classic car, whatever it is that you need to sell with selling it through Birmingham Broker. That's what these guys do, and they're very good at it, and they're ready to help you. They handle every aspect of it, makes it safe and smart to sell it through Birmingham Broker. Downtown Birmingham, go see the guys. Beautiful day today. Today's a great day to do that. 2224 4th Avenue South. Tell them we sent you. We love these guys. BHAMBroker.com, BHAMBroker.com.
9:54 and a couple of texts that we received. Kathy says, Val, you've never tried to keep Thin Mints from melting at a Girl Scout cookie sale. That's why we sell when we do, even in February. If your cookie booth is in the sun, those things will melt.
And I said, that's why you should freeze them first and then sell them in the summer.
Oh, man, I'll tell you what, they go straight into my freezer after I get them home.
That's right.
For sure.
Yeah, I understand that about the Thin Mints. Again, the time of the season is not a lot of people. Their New Year's resolution is January, February, March. I'm gonna pare it way back. I'm gonna lose a little weight. I just,
and then here come the Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah, and you're like, well, I'll get those, but I'll have to save them.
KC says, I tried the mayo eggs. Alton Brown suggests to make them in that manner. If you don't try them that way, you're anti-science. Follow the damn science.
Well.
Okay. Taylor says, chili cheese wedges replace the cheese with queso. I'm on board with that.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, mention that.
Queso goes good with everything, does it not?
Ray says, I went to Buffalo Wild Wings yesterday, was extremely dissatisfied. They changed the house sampler by removing the ultimate nachos, and the traditional wings were overcooked. Why are you telling us?
He's really upset about it.
So that you would say
he
it in this particular segment.
Have you thought about talking to them about it? That might be a good idea.
Go back, talk to the manager, say, I'd like to return, but here's the deal. You may even get a free meal out of that.
Oh, there you go.
Sometimes they do. If you're really dissatisfied and your expectations were not met even close, and you share that with a manager, they're sometimes grateful for that because they want to fix whatever it is.
Exactly. Telling the people on the radio, we can't fix it for you. There's nothing we can do, but we can do this, Steve, this. Yeah,
Dixon and Vining's question of the day.
He was distracted.
Yeah, I was watching this guy who got his parachute hooked on a tail
Oh,
of a
I
plane.
saw that. That was awful. He survived.
Good for him.
He survived.
What's the best Christmas episode of a regularly aired TV show? A regularly aired TV show, not a special of any kind. What is the best Christmas episode, Steve?
I mentioned it earlier, Seinfeld. There's a Festivus for the rest of us.
Festivus for the rest of us. I love it. That was when Kramer went back to work at the bagel factory. Very nice.
After the strike.
I got a lot of problems with you people. What about you, Valerie?
I said the Friends episode where I think it's David Schwimmer who's dressed like an armadillo.
A holiday armadillo.
A Hanukkah armadillo.
They did a really good job with
My
that.
good friend Santa Claus.
Yep.
I'm going to go with Family Guy, Road to the North Pole.
Ah.
It's not just a Christmas episode, it's a musical.
Well,
That's why
that
you
would
love
be
it.
why you like it a lot, yeah.
That would be one reason why I like it. Santa is falling apart because everyone's asking for more than one present, and consequently, the elves have basically gone feral. They're inbred. The reindeer have developed a taste for human flesh.
Ooh.
Wow, carnivorous deer. Okay.
Yes. They make it up to the North Pole. Stewie and Brian, of course, make it up to the North Pole, and then they have to fix everything. It's something. You got to see it to appreciate it. Okay, some of the answers we received online. Golden Girl, Snow in Miami. My favorite is the only Christmas episode of the Andy Griffith Show, The Christmas Story. Of course, old Ben Weaver was involved in that one. And the closer. You have the right to remain jolly with Fred Willard and Christine Woods as guest stars. Never saw it. Brady
My
Bunch.
wife probably has.
Okay. Brady Bunch, when Carol lost her voice before she was supposed to sing for the
I
Christmas
remember that.
cantata.
Yeah.
Bob's Burgers episode. All the kids had to be at different Christmas programs at the same time. Sweetest thing ever. I cry every time. You're crying at Bob's Burgers, Emily? Okay.
I don't think that was the intent.
All right. The Honeymooners episode, Twice the Night Before Christmas, 1955. A classic indeed. Mr. Hanky, the Christmas Pooh from South Park. Mr. Hanky, the Christmas Pooh. MASH, Death Takes a Holiday. The
I
one
remember
where
this one.
Winchester gives chocolates to the orphans and instead they are sold. Hawkeye tries to keep a mortally wounded soldier alive until Christmas is over. 2.5 Men, Santa's Village of the Damned episode.
Wow.
I haven't seen that, but I want to see it now.
Doesn't ring a bell.
The Waltons pilot, of course.
That was a Christmas episode?
Yes, it was. Mm-hmm.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, Christmas on Walton Mountain. Very good. Let's see. Simpsons episode when Funzo's toy is launched. Oh, the Funzo toy. Yes, I remember it well. Let's see. I'm late, but the Draft Dodger All in the Family episode. Don't recall that one.
Not either.
Muppet Family Christmas.
Sure.
No Room at the Inn. Newhart. I watch it every year. Good Times. Penny's Christmas. You have to find the entire episode. I don't know. King of the Hill, Season 8, Episode 7. Kyle, very specific here. I love it. King of the Hill, Season 8, Episode 7. Look it up. Maybe I will. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, thanks to everybody who participates. We'll have another one coming up for you on Monday, because that's how we roll with Dixon Inviting, baby. Any other big plans for the weekend? You got
Holiday shopping,
Yeah,
little
that's it.
football Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
going out to eat. That's about it.
Okay. That's all you need, really. Me,
Yeah, how about you, Richard?
trees.
Trees.
Trees and
How about
baking.
you, Steve?
Trees and baking.
I'm multiplying the weekend.
Ah, that's right.
That's right.
You won't be here next week.
Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next
Carrie-
week.
Carrie
we'll be doing
Adams
Carrie
in.
Adams. All right.
Yeah, don't forget
Enjoy
to tell him that.
Enjoy it.
Hopefully he remembers.
I'm
10
so
o'clock.
too.
Dixon Inviting back dark and early. 6 a.m. Monday morning. Talking to you then. Bye-bye now.